streaming March 30th on Paramount Plus.
So I just came from watching the first episode of a new TV show called Mobland. Mobland was released on March 30th, 2025 on Paramount Plus. The premise is that the Harrigans, which is a London crime family, find themselves in a battle with the Stevensons that could end empires and their lives. Harry D'Souza, who is played by Tom Hardy, is called upon by the Harrigans to be their fixer and to protect their family. First up, can you imagine that I did not know that Tom Hardy is British? I did not know that. I was so shocked. I actually just googled the man and I saw that his full name is Thomas Edward Hardy. Edward Thomas Hardy. That's actually his full name. I didn't know Edward. I didn't know we even share a name, me and him.
Nice.
Tom Hardy over here playing Harry. And then in the same show, there's Pierce Brosnan, who obviously I know him from 007, James Bond. I think he's actually the first James Bond I ever knew because I began watching the James Bond movies. I think the very first one I ever watched was Tomorrow Never Dies. I think so. Back when VCD was a thing. Anyway, yeah, the last time I saw Pierce Brosnan was in Black Adam. And so it's very nice to see him here. So Pierce Brosnan has a grandson called Eddie. This show has so many names that I was like, they are so familiar. The grandson Eddie goes and harasses someone. Let me say it that way because I don't want to give any real spoilers in this review. So Eddie, Pierce Brosnan's grandson in the TV show, he goes and harasses someone. This person that he goes to harass is called Huey Campbell. Huey Campbell, that's a name from The Boys, which I was like, why is this show like throwing so many names that are so familiar to me? Anyway, this is a crime drama, but I have a bunch of rivaling families. It reminded me so much of The Penguin which I reviewed on this channel. And all I can say is that I found the acting to be pretty good. The characters, they just really lean into the whole crime drama aspect. The only issue with this show is that, number one, it is a bit predictable. Maybe it will get better in future episodes, but I found it to be a bit predictable. Like in the opening scene, there's basically Tom Hardy's character, Harry. He's seated with two crime families, and one is on this side and the other one is on this side, and they're trying to do like a truce. And just 5 minutes into the show, I was like, if these two don't make up, I'm sure they're all going to end up dead, just as I expected. It's the opening scene, so it's not really a spoiler. Yeah, so the two crime families are unable to shake hands, so I was like, they're just going to die. And in like 10 minutes before even the intro happens, the intro of the TV show happens, Tom Hardy and company have to end up killing everyone in the room. So I was like, it's a bit predictable. Kind of surprised me just how cutthroat the characters are. Characters talking 1 minute and they are buddies, then the next minute people are pulling out guns to kill each other. It's a pretty cutthroat world that the show is presenting to you, and I like the way the whole show goes about portraying these characters and their cutthroat nature. And then number two is that there are certain scenes that are kind of really rushed. Like, for example, Eddie, the governor. The governor is Pierce Brosnan's character. So Pierce Brosnan's character is called the governor, and then his grandson is Eddie. So Eddie goes to this club. There's a scene where he goes to this club and it happens so quickly. Also, the whole show is very British, so everyone has that intense British accent, yeah? You see Eddie going to this club and then he's just walking through and the whole sequence plays out very quickly. It took like 5 minutes and I felt like it was pretty rushed. And there are many scenes that feel pretty rushed. In fact, the pacing of the show just goes up and down. Some scenes feel very rushed. Some scenes slow down so much to the point that you begin sort of like wondering. But other than that, I found the whole show to be, just the first episode at least, to be pretty solid. And by the time it was over, I was like, can't wait to watch episode 2. Out of 10, I think I'd give the whole show a 7 out of 10. Just the first episode, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Can't wait to watch the future episodes. Probably when I reach the end, I'll probably do another review. But if you've watched this, please make sure to tell me what you thought about it. And if you've enjoyed this review, make sure to smash like and subscribe. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next one.